Well, a very warm welcome once again to Thought for the Day from Shepshed Word of Life Church on Tuesday, the 12th of January. What do you and I long and yearn for at the current time? Most of us long to see an end and resolution to the current crisis engulfing the world. Young people maybe long to see a return of hope for their futures. Those who have been made redundant or furloughed long to see a return to work or to full employment. Families under stress due to illness, low income or family breakup long for the days before their lives were turned upside down. NHS workers long for a break from the relentless pressure of caring for sick and dying patients. Those who own businesses long for the day when customers return and they can start making a profit once again. And those in care homes long for the day when they can be visited and hugged by their friends and families again. And all of us surely long for the day when face masks, visors, antibacterial hand wash and social distancing are all things of the past. However, today I want to take our thoughts today to a man who is longing for something else, a longing to be near God, to be in his presence. His words are found in Psalm 84, where he says, "How lovely is your dwelling place, O Lord Almighty. My soul longs, yes, even faints for the courts of the Lord. My heart and my flesh cry out for the living God." At the time when this psalm was written, every Jewish man was required to go up to Jerusalem to celebrate the feast 3 times a year. Whole villages would make their pilgrimage together. But for some reason, we don't know exactly why, the psalmist wasn't able to go this time. Maybe he was ill, maybe there was a problem at home. But he still longed for the day when he could go once again with his friends and fellow pilgrims to the courts of the Lord. However, this man didn't just want to go to Jerusalem just to observe a religious festival. He longed to meet with the living God, to be near him, to be close to him. He goes on to bemoan the fact that even the birds had found a home near God's altar. He says even the sparrow has found a home, and the swallow a nest for herself, where she may lay her young, even your altars, O Lord of hosts. He also envied the priests who lived in God's house all the time, whose job it was to live in the temple, continually serving and praising God. He calls them blessed or happy. Outsiders weren't allowed to live there and were limited to where they could go inside the temple. But the priests not only lived there, they could even go into the Holy of Holies. As the pilgrims went on their journey, they reflected on the fact that the truly blessed and happy people are those who find their strength in God, those whose heart is set on a journey to the place where God resides or dwells, whose hearts long to be with God and to be in his presence. They sang, "Blessed are those whose strength is in you, whose hearts are set on pilgrimage." As they pass through the valley of Baca, they make it a place of springs. The rain also covers it with pools. They go from strength to strength till each one appears before God in Zion. But they also recognised that along the way there would be dark valleys, places of difficulty, trial and pain. They called it the Valley of Baca, or weeping. But because their strength was in God, as they went through the valley, they made it a place of springs, places where they and others could find refreshment and blessing. Rather than being discouraged and defeated by their problems, they actually increased in strength as they went along, anticipating the day when they would appear before God in his presence, reckoning that one day in his courts was better than 1,000 elsewhere. They trusted that the Lord would protect them and provide for them on the journey. They said that he was a sun and a shield. Let's fix our eyes today on the Lord and on his courts, the place where he dwells. We've been brought near to him by the blood of Christ. Let's enjoy the privilege of being in his presence and draw near to him every day. As we pass through trials and difficulties, let's remember that the Lord is our sun and our shield. Let's go from strength to strength, and as we're blessed, let's also bring refreshment and blessing to others along the way. I'll finish with the words of a well-known hymn by the hymn writer Henry Light. Pleasant are your courts above, in the land of light and love. Pleasant are your courts below, in this land of sin and woe. Oh, my spirit longs and faints for the converse of your saints, for the brightness of your face, for your fullness, God of grace. Well, bye for now, and all being well, Simon will be back in the Thought for the Day chair tomorrow.